YouTube, here's my newest project slash acquisition. I traded my other pickup straight across for this. The other one was a 98 Chevrolet two-wheel drive half-ton with a 305 Vortec in it. And this is a 79 Custom Deluxe C30. So it's a 1-ton, but not a dually. And I've been wanting to get an older truck, something with a carburetor, something easier to work on. And I just haven't had an old Chevrolet in a long time. But anyways, a guy at work had it, so I traded straight across. It's an old farm truck, and it is very clean. Came with the flatbed. He gave me the fuel tank too. Runs pretty good. It doesn't smoke or anything like that. It's gonna need a bit of work, but I guess they tore the dash apart to fix the heater. But I've got all the parts for that to put it back together. This is really the only rust right here. Just a little bit over there. That's almost unheard of these old Chevrolets. So the body's and cab's in pretty darn good shape. It does need tires real bad. I was a little nervous driving it home. It drove fine, but these tires are old and dry rotted and they got flat spots in them. But he gave me a set today. Brought them to work, so, and I've got enough to put one on for the spare because that thing's shot too. But yeah, I've always wanted a flatbed and I wanted something a little tougher. Like I said, it's a 1-ton, and there's also a gooseneck hitch under there, so I'll be able to haul a gooseneck trailer. I'm not gonna make a whole lot of modifications, but I am gonna take that hitch off and weld in a 2-inch receiver. Might mount some lights on the headache rack and stuff. I'm gonna repaint the bed, probably paint the front bumper and the mirrors black, and just kind of clean it up. I'm not gonna go for like a full restoration or anything like that. I want to use this truck, but I just want to get it running good. It's a 350 automatic transmission. These are the tires he gave me. These two are okay. This one's pretty wore down, but I also have these two, which are 265s. These are 285s. So I'll put the two bigger ones on the back, smaller ones on the front, and then I'll use that one for a spare. That'll get me by till I can buy new ones. So I figured I'd just do a walk around, initial walk around before I start working on it. I think I'm gonna try to straighten the bumper out. It's gonna be a budget build like everything I have. Got a new battery in it. Yeah, she's just an old original 350. It's got a quadrajet carb on it. But it runs pretty good. Like I said, no smoking or anything. It's gonna need some tuning up and cleaning up. But I'm pretty happy with it so far. Before I put those tires on, I'm gonna wire wheel these wheels and go ahead and spray paint them white. I like the look of the original hubcaps, so I'm gonna keep them on there. Probably polish them up, but yeah, I'll get those painted real good. All these old tires are on it, then I don't care about the overspray. But yeah, I'm excited to have a flatbed. I think it was an old welder's flatbed. It's got all these pockets. I don't know what they're for, but I'm just gonna clean her up and repaint it black. I might do something different with these hooks and stuff, but probably take the fuel tank off for now. I don't really need it right now, but I might want it in the future for my tractor. Probably clean it up and paint it. I'm probably gonna cut all this stuff out and probably just mount my toolbox in it. I kept that from my other truck. That way I'll have tool storage. I might put a couple of sideboards on because Banjo's gonna ride on the back sometimes. I will tie him down. He's not gonna be loose back there, but that's kind of my preliminary thoughts on it. But like I said, I'm gonna clean her up and use her like she's meant to be. So very excited for this project. Like I said, it's a 1979 Chevrolet C30 Custom Deluxe. So should be a good stout truck. I'm gonna call her Goldie. I think the name fits. So welcome Goldie to the family. All right, I got the seat cover on. It's not perfect. It was a cheap one, but boy, does it look better. It's a little lumpy in here, but I really don't care. I will try to be mindful of taking it easy when I get in and out. Like I said, this is fairly cheap. When I got it on Amazon, it was like 35 bucks, but it's not too bad though. It looks much better. I wish it's a little bigger and wrapped all the way down, but I really, like I said, I really don't care all that much. It does have these pockets here, which might be kind of handy. Yeah, I think that's gonna help a lot. I'm gonna get it back in the truck. All right, got the seat back in. Pulled the seat belts through here. They're a little dingy. I might see if I can clean those up somehow. Probably would have been good to take them out and clean it, but just didn't want to take the time. But anyways, seat's looking great. I think this is gonna be much, much better. There was a couple of springs that were kind of out of place under there, so I put those back in. So hopefully that'll help the seat here. But like I said, this is just gonna be till I get a different seat that folds forward. I'll keep my eyes out for one of these days. I don't want to put like modern bucket seats or in it or anything. I'd go for a split bench maybe out of a newer truck, but I like having a bench, especially in a single cab truck. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. All right, I've had the truck for, I don't know, 6 months or so now. Done quite a few things to it. I found a chrome bumper on Marketplace for $25, which was a steal. So I bought that, polished it up. Even had the bumper guards, which I like. I had this license plate mount on the other truck, so with the light bar, so I put that on there. And these fog lights were off my car. I hit a deer and the insurance covered the repairs, and one of the brackets was broken on these, so they just bought 2 new ones. So put those on here. I like having good fog lights. I haven't cleaned up the paint yet, really. Did put new marker lights on it. One was broken. Started painting the bed. All I did was rattle can it. Put LED marker lights on the corners. I've got these LED backup load lights. I got my aluminum toolbox sitting on the bed. And eventually I'm going to get rid of these hooks. But I've just cleaned her up, got some new tires on it, or used tires, but new to me. The other ones were dry rotted. So you can see the LED marker lights, LED tail lights. I put a hitch receiver on it. I just bought one from Harbor Freight and cut a hole in the bed there and welded that on. It does have the gooseneck, which I haven't used yet. I don't have a gooseneck trailer, but I carry a gas can with me because the gas gauge doesn't work, but I've been keeping track of the mileage. I'll get that fixed one of these days. I painted the mirrors black. That looks a lot better. The seat cover on the seat. I'll show you footage of that. I did build this the other day. Put a radio in it. And I had the speakers just kind of sitting in here and they weren't loud at all. So I made this little box to set the console on. I already had the wood. And that'll be kind of temporary, but boy, it sounds a lot better. I took the got my 3D printer set up and I printed this mount for the radio. That way I didn't have to cut holes or cut out the dash. It's just a cheap JVC I got on Amazon. I made a switch panel for switches for the lights and everything. And it's also got a USB for charging my phone. And I made a face plate for the heat controls with the 3D printer, and I also made a shift knob with my 3D printer. So that helped a lot. I haven't done much with the dash. I got it just sitting in here. I want to put the vents and everything back in it. I did get a dash rug for it. And I always keep windshield shades in my vehicles. But that's her so far. She's looking good. I've been driving the heck out of it. I gave it a tune-up. All these spark plug wires and spark plugs and filters and oil change and all that. And she's running better and better. Oh yeah, and I also, the old muffler was clogged up and she wasn't breathing. So I had a muffler off of that Dakota pickup that I welded on there for now. Eventually I want to put dual exhaust, but boy, she runs like a whole new truck now. It's got lots more power, better gas mileage, which isn't very much, but anyways, that's how she's looking now, and I'm really enjoying it, and I think I'm gonna keep this truck for a good long time.